Tonight on Say It Live Uncut, I'm doing something completely different. I want intimacy, so you will have it here. We are going to talk about things that you normally don't talk about, more like those bedroom conversations. Tonight's subject is woman to woman, man to man. We're going to keep it real here on Say It Live Uncut, and don't you go no damn where.
Who else can bring the drama? Who else can bring the trauma? Say it loud with Prince Michael.
All right, welcome to Say It Live Uncut. I am your host, Prince Michael. I definitely want to thank you for joining me on this show. But before we get started, I want to put a disclaimer out there because I'm going to tell you guys something. We are about to really have a very intimate conversation. So all jokes aside, if you have your children watching this broadcast, I'm going to tell you now. If you want to learn about male anatomy and female genitalia, you may want to go take their asses in a room and shut the damn door, because tonight it is going to definitely be on a magnificent and intimate ride. Take them damn kids and take them in the room and shut the door. So, before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at SayItLive ATL. So tonight's episode is called Woman to Woman, Man to Man. And before we even get started, let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. I came up with some questions, and my guest came up with some questions as well. I introduced her shortly. And we came up with some questions as it pertains to the gay lifestyle. I know that you all have so many questions pertaining to what we like to do in and out the bedroom, why we choose to do certain things, why in the hell we choose to do this, that, and the third. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I definitely want to enlighten you as it pertains to our side of the fence. Throughout the show, you will also have an opportunity to call in and ask myself and my guests questions as it pertains to this particular lifestyle. Again, woman to woman, man to man. All right. This guest that I have here tonight, I've known her at least 20 years of my life. She's actually my gay mother of 20 years. So everyone give a nice warm welcome for Dell. Hey, what's going on?
Not too much. Glad to be here.
I'm glad that you're here because I got some questions for your ass.
Oh, I bet you do.
Oh, I know. Listen. I'm glad that you came to the show tonight, so I'm very thankful that, we always have, it's going to be like a mother to son conversation. We're just doing it actually in front of hundreds and thousands of people. I love it. So what I did was I prepared some questions for you, and we're going to go through these questions. We're going to have a great conversation as it comes to what we like to do, what we don't like to do. Some questions may appear to the heterosexual field. Some may appear to the homosexual field. I'm just ready to have this conversation. What's your drink of choice? I see you have something here. We prepared for you.
Pineapple margarita.
Oh, baby, because you're going to need every ounce of it because it's about to get warm up in here. Yes.
You gonna give me a sip,
All right.
man.
I'm going to cut this animation down just a tad because we're about to get serious. We have Dell in the hot seat. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, so you may want to know, how did I come up with woman to woman and man to man? And throughout my life, especially as a homosexual dad, I always have unanswered questions, not only for the woman side, but also for the man side as well. So as we start to ask these questions, I actually came up with the questions to see, I just want to know. Hell, you probably want to know as well. So let's enhance our knowledge tonight.
Let's.
First question, Dell. If you are attracted to women, when you have intimacy with a woman, I'm not saying if you do or you don't use this item, but when you're having intimacy with them, why do you all like to use the strap on when actually, when you're using dick, like when men have dick, but you're not attracted to the man. So I'm trying to truly understand, like, what is the purpose of using the male dick when you're intimate? When you're intimate with another woman, why and why not?
Okay. Some women
Okay.
prefer penetration
Okay.
with the dick.
Okay.
Gay women, lesbian women. Some women prefer penetration with the dick, but they prefer it from a woman.
Okay.
Because, as you said, they're not attracted to men, but they enjoy penetration.
Okay.
So that is why some women choose to use strap-ons. Other women use toys. Some women, you can't put a dick near them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some women just ain't never had no dick, don't want no dick, don't want to see no dick, could care less for a dick.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I kind of don't, but
You kind of don't, but it has nothing to do with the fact that a man has a dick. It's the woman that she's attracted to. It's the softness of the woman.
Okay.
She don't want no,
But they want a hard dick.
but they want a hard dick.
But I
Because
don't think
of
that's kind of.
penetration.
Do you think it's contradictory
I do not.
that you using my male organ?
I'm not using your
Well, you know what I mean.
but I understand what you're saying. Absolutely, I understand what you're saying, but
Okay.
some women, in my experience with dealing with women, I've dated women that prefer not to use a strap. I've dated women that, please give me the strap.
Okay.
And you do this so good that you should have been born with a dick.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my pleasure is being able to please a woman like that. But I have other things that I do when
Okay.
I
Of
use
course.
my strap. I don't just strap on. Like, I feel the motion in the ocean. And I think that's
that was gonna be my next
I
question.
think
Like,
that's
do you
what
feel
it
the
is.
motion
Of
in the
course.
ocean?
Of course. I think that's what it is for most women that use strap-ons.
Okay.
Like, they like the way it feel when they're pleasing their woman because they throw it back.
They throw it back.
They throw it back. You can feel it. You can feel the emotions and all of that.
Is it a mind thing or is it actual physical?
It's both.
Oh, that is interesting. I still think it's kind of contradictory, but that's why I have my mother here, my gay mom, is because she's very experienced. And I truly feel like it's a contradiction because it's the best. I mean, the dick makes the man.
Okay, so the dick does not make the man.
Okay, what you think makes the man?
The man makes the man.
Okay, I agree
Your
with that.
anatomy has nothing to do with your character as a man.
Okay.
But women that are attracted to other women that use strap-ons, it's about penetration. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm finna use a man's dick.
Okay.
Because you can use a vibrator.
Okay.
They got rabbits.
Okay.
They got different kind of toys. You can use your fingers.
Okay.
Some women just want you to finger fuck them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all about the
Now
male.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah. It's not all
The
about
rabbits make sense to me.
Yes,
The
yes.
vibrator definitely makes
Yes,
sense to me.
absolutely.
But when it comes to those veins and you seeing the plastic and at least y'all get to already have them big. At least they be nice and
Hello, you
big.
get to pick your side.
They be, but most likely you use the biggest one.
No, not most likely. Because
The women can't take the big dick. They talk about big dicks all the time. That's all they want.
talking about
dicks.
You talking about straight women, and you talking about
Well,
you talking about size queens. Because all women don't want no big dick.
okay.
And that's even in heterosexuals. All women don't want no big dick.
Okay.
They don't. They want to be able to be pleased.
Okay.
Like real shit is about being intimate, like you said.
Okay.
So if your dick is too big for me, how can I enjoy that? My
Right.
experience with having sex with men was just like I'd start and I'd be like, oh no, I can't do this.
Okay.
The penetration, it was just not for me.
Was it that they didn't know how to penetrate? Were they not using their hips, or they were just like? What?
It was the fact that
Or was it just you weren't attracted to the man
I was
persona?
not attracted to the man persona, and that has a lot to do with how I grew up.
Okay.
But that comes in another question.
Yeah, I do
You
have
know
that. I
what
want
I'm
to bring
saying?
it up.
So that comes with a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no.
Okay.
Women like what they like, just like men like what they like.
I agree. I do agree with that. Well, I'm glad you cleared it up for me, because I'm gonna tell you, I was like, huh. I don't understand, because I'm gonna tell you, what's so funny about me is I find certain women attractive. The main thing I like about the woman are their breasts. So anybody that you see around me, if they're really close to me, honestly, they have big breasts. And it's not intentional, so I don't want any of my straight friends to think I'm looking at you that way, okay? I love every one of you ladies, and I also love your boobs. Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm getting off on task here. I'm sorry. All right, next is, I think I know the answer to this, but when you're choosing your mate, what do you consider? Do you consider a stud? And you're going to have to identify what a stud is for people who doesn't know, or a more feminine woman. First, let's identify what a stud is. I would rather have you describe that, because I don't want to offend anyone.
Okay. In my opinion, a stud is a woman that dress like a boy or man, I would say, and carry themselves like a man.
Okay.
Then studs are different from witches, though. So that's a broad question.
Okay.
Because you have
So we got
studs-
different levels of it.
Of course you
Okay,
do.
so let's
You
explain.
have studs that like to be touched, which you have studs that are called that touch me nots, which I think those are
touch me
touch me
not.
nots. And
But
I
they don't
think
want you to
those
touch
are-
them in a certain area?
They don't want you to touch them in a certain area.
That's interesting. We have that on our side as well, but we'll get
Yeah.
that. You got a question for me, I'm sure.
They don't want you to touch them. They want to be the one that please.
Okay.
A stud, most studs that's not a touch me not stud, you can touch, you can please, you can eat their pussy, so to say.
Okay.
Some of them will even let you penetrate them because that's what they like.
Oh, that's excellent.
But my personal choice,
Okay.
I love feminine women.
I do too.
I love girly girl women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it's just, I like everything about the essence of a woman.
Okay.
I do.
That's great that you said that, because it leads up to my next question. Does sex really play an important part of your relationship?
I
If so,
would-
why?
I would say yes, and I would say no.
Okay.
And I say yes for the most part, like, I guess in the lesbian community, when you first meet somebody, some of us take our time and some of us don't. Some of us jump head first and we get in, we want to do what we got to do, and then we want to get to know the person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that aspect. But after sex, what do we have to talk about? You understand what I'm saying? What is there to communicate about? What can we talk about after the sex part? You know what I'm saying? So, what's the question again?
The question is, does sex really play important
Okay.
roles
All right.
in your relationship?
So, as far as the no part, I got married to my wife. And people will probably think, because of my reputation,
Okay.
that me and my wife were probably just fucking our backs out.
Okay.
But I didn't marry her because the sex was good. I married her because of who she was and who she is.
Well, I hope that's what you.
It took me 2 months to touch her. It don't take me that long. I'm one of the ones that jump head first and like to get it on and want to figure out what we got to talk about later.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was a different approach with my wife.
Okay.
So I would say.
That's why she's your wife.
Yes,
then.
absolutely. I would say yes and no.
Okay.
Some people in a relationship, sex is all that. If you can't please me in the bed, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you.
But others is more about a mental, a spiritual, a soul connection.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, a partner, a life partner.
Okay.
Somebody you can see yourself being with to the end of time, pretty much.
Okay.
And it's not about controlling them. It's just about being with them. You know what I'm saying? In that space that y'all like to be in together.
Okay, so that's excellent. So when you have one night stands, you mean to tell me you don't move forward with the person before you was married? Before you was married now.
Yeah, right.
Before you was married. I don't need my mother-in-law coming over here whooping my ass now.
No, before I was married, I have had one night stands that didn't go nowhere.
Okay.
That was just what they was. One night stands.
Okay. All right.
So,
Sounds good to me.
absolutely.
So are you obsessive in your relationship? If so, do you fear losing your significant other to the male gender? I know that is a really interesting question because and I've dealt with gay women. I deal with them. I prefer them versus the guys. And I've been around, especially more, my mom, she's not a stud. I don't consider her a stud. She just like to wear male's clothes. You see, she's got lashes. She gets her hair done. You know, things like that. She's just really fan of the male clothing. But I've been around studs in particular who I intimidate them or any other highly male, like, you know, physical, you know, yeah, afraid that they'll lose their girlfriend to the male. So can you let's elaborate about that?
I will say that in lesbian relationships, when a woman is obsessive, that normally drives the other person away. Just
Okay.
like in heterosexual relationships.
Right.
It drives the other person away.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go to a man because they're in it because they like women.
Right.
So I'm not afraid that I would lose my wife to a male. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a life before she met me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you meet a man and you get to know a man and you don't want to be with me no more, that was in your cards. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
understand what you-
cannot control how you're going to feel 5-6 years from now.
Right.
That's out of my control. All I can control is the here and now and enjoy what I have in front of me here and now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't think about, oh, I don't want you talking to them because I don't want you to be that ain't me.
Okay.
If I love you enough to see you happy.
Okay.
So if you one day you ain't happy with me, you just ain't happy with me.
Right.
But to be obsessive, to be overbearing,
Right.
it's a turn off.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I have another question that's kind of like a follow-up question to that because I want to elaborate. I'm going to actually piggyback on what Dell said because I think nowadays we do have women, I personally know women who have, you know, who's been dealing with a man, have children and things like that, and then all of a sudden now they are on the other side of the fence. My thing is this. I feel if you can lose someone you're dealing with to the opposite sex, they never was attracted to you. They probably was just attracted to you, and they probably just not truthful with themselves, indicating, you know what, I may be bisexual, whereas I am attracted to the one minute I want to be attracted to the man, next minute I want to be attracted to the woman. There's plenty of people out here who are bisexual, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think what's wrong with that is being not truthful to yourself. Because if you're truthful to yourself first, then you'll be truthful to others. Which leads to this next question. You want to take a drink?
Yes. Let's. Because, yeah, fry them off.
I cannot believe we're having this conversation. This is excellent. Okay. This is a great scenario. So let's say I'm your girlfriend.
Okay, girlfriend.
Okay, girlfriend. Your girlfriend look good too.
Okay,
Short hair and all.
And all.
So let's say that you found out that I was cheating. Not only was I cheating, I cheated with a male. You know, I think it'd be more forgivable if it was a woman. Would you still deal with me if I slept with the opposite sex? Like if I went and slept with another man?
If you slept with another man behind my back, then no.
Okay.
But if you let it be known that that's something you prefer from the jump, and that's something that I accept and I allow, when you find this man you want to sleep with, you need to let me know.
Okay.
Babe, I found so-and-so, and I want to spend a little time with him, and
You will allow that?
I absolutely feel like I would.
Oh wow, that's deep.
I absolutely feel like I would
wouldn't.
because I'm going to tell you why. It's about a partnership.
Okay.
It's not about owning somebody. It's about two people coming together for a common goal, and that's to raise a family and to love each other and to support each other.
Oh wow, that's very deep. I like that answer actually. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with that one because I'm gonna tell your ass. If you cheat on me, I don't give a damn. If you cheated on me with a ladybug, your ass is out. I don't give a damn. All right.
That's why I said you would have to.
But it takes a very mature person to, honestly, and I feel like one day I would get there. And I know y'all saying, damn, Prince Michael, you talking to us all about all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I'm so traditional when it comes to relationships. And I refuse to, and we'll talk more about it, but I refuse to accept certain things. But what I would do, if you were honest with me about it, maybe we can maneuver through. That's contingent upon you being honest, but also how much time we have in. I think if we got more time in, I think it was in the initial beginning stages. I'm like, you can go ahead, get your shit and get the fuck out. Get your shit and get out! But if we was like 7, 8, 9, 10 years in, that's a lot of time you spend with someone. So I would have to, I don't know. Ooh, that's tough. I think I would probably stand by.
You don't know. Like, if you cheat on me,
if you be honest with me, see, it goes back to holding yourself accountable. If I say, hey, baby, let me tell you something. Let's have a conversation. I'm like, listen, I fucked up.
You can't tell me that.
I can't tell me that. I can't tell you that I fucked up?
No. Now that you didn't tell me prior to, because it's going to be over.
But what if I came to after the fact? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool beans. No, I got another question. The time is going by so fast. Oh my God. Okay, so we're going to I want to ask one more question. Okay. All right, so before I ask this question, we're going to go ahead. Let's take phone calls. So if you're listening in, the telephone number is below. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to take phone calls right now if you want to ask Dell a question as it pertains to our gay lifestyle. So make sure that you are calling in. It is a Google Voice number, so don't be afraid. Oh, beautiful. Looking at the nice little screenshot here. So let's see if we can get some calls in. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's going to be a little awkward silence for now until we get some phone calls in. So what else has been going on?
Not too much.
Okay, cool.
You said something I wanted to piggyback on, but it's in my mind.
Oh, what was it?
It'll come back. The last question you asked.
About the bisexual.
About the being.
I didn't even ask this. So right before we get a call. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's ask this question. Does bisexuality or bad relationships play part in who you are attracted to?
I believe it does.
Okay.
If you do not get counseling, you will always attract toxic people.
I agree.
I absolutely believe that. I believe that what you put out there, you're going to draw to you.
Okay.
So if you in a toxic relationship, if you're a toxic person, if you haven't healed from a previous relationship, you're going to carry that over. We have a caller?
We do have a caller.
Let's take that call.
Let's take that call. Hello, welcome to SayItLive Uncut. Can I get your name, please?
My name is Keisha.
Okay, Keisha, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for tuning in this evening. You have a question for us?
Yes. So, this goes both ways, woman to woman and man to man.
Okay.
How do raising kids together, outside kids, before the relationship, or just same-sex raising kids play a part in the relationship?
Okay, so that's a great question. You want to go first?
Go ahead, take that.
Okay, so I would, Keisha, I would take this question first. I truly feel that anyone can raise children, no matter if they are gay or straight. In my opinion, I think that gay people are able to raise children better because I feel like that we go through the hardest times throughout life with us being accepted, us being loved. We struggle with that today. So I truly feel that anyone can raise children, but I even think that gay individuals are definitely able to raise children completely better and probably can do it a way better job than any other parents throughout. I think that we love hard, we want the best for our children, but nevertheless we educate our children. And since we're very knowledgeable about what life is all about, especially since we are not accepted, I think that definitely enhances our abilities to raise children.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I agree 100% with everything you said.
Okay.
It depends on the energy coming from everybody that's involved in parenting, though.
Okay.
That's what I feel like. So if you have everybody that's on board, even with the guy being a part of the relationship, because some men want to raise their children, and some lesbian couples allow that. They allow the man to play a part in the relationship.
Okay.
So not necessarily in the relationship, but as far as raising your child, you have opportunity to raise your child.
Absolutely.
With some lesbian couples. All lesbian couples ain't like that.
Oh, girl,
but
of
some
course.
lesbian couples that women are mature enough to know that this child wants a father. He needs a father. And if that man wants to step up and be a part of that child's life, by all means, do. They take a village to raise a child.
It does take a village.
And I absolutely agree with what you said. Lesbians, gay men, we're very transparent when it comes to raising children.
But we are very
we have
versatile.
it hard. Exactly. We are very versatile. We had a mother, we had a father, or we didn't have a mother, or we didn't have a father.
Or we didn't have none at
Or
all.
not-
And then we had people like yourself who was a
Absolutely.
guidance to helping me
couple.
maneuver through this
Absolutely.
lifestyle and through life.
Right. I have
Too.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what the gay family comes about. You know, people definitely look down on the gay family when they hear things about it. But I'm going to tell you, you have so many of us, and when I mean us, I mean gay individuals who are out here in this world truly by themselves with no guidance or anything because parents have thrown them out on the streets. I'm not even going to tell you what I went through when they found out that I was gay. I was disowned. I was dismissed. But we're better now. We're in a better place now, but it takes maturity from them. But going through life, I didn't have any guidance except for the people who took me under their wing and made sure that I had that guidance. Thank you, Keisha. That was an excellent question. We can take one more question before we go to break. So let's continue to go on as well. We may not get to the last question. I want to get to it. Okay, so while we wait for the next caller, we can talk a long time on this. So, were you born a lesbian?
I would have to say no.
Okay.
I was not born a lesbian.
Okay.
However, I feel like the environment that I grew up in made me decide at a very, very early age that I did not want to deal with men.
Okay.
Because it was a very abusive environment. That's pretty much all I saw was men going upside women's heads. And I felt within myself as a child, I don't want to have to go through that.
Okay, that's great. We have another caller.
Tina Marie.
Thank you for calling SayItLive Uncut. Can I have your name?
My name is Tina Marie.
Hey, Tina Marie. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What's your question you would like to ask us?
I would like to know, do you feel like cheating, is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tina, for that question. You have a great evening.
Okay. So Tina's question was, is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating? And I would have to say yes. In my opinion, emotional cheating is way worse than physical cheating. Because you can fuck somebody and not have feelings, right? We all know that.
But you gotta have some feeling to fuck.
No, you don't. Because gay men hook up all the goddamn time. And
Wait a minute, we gonna get to that.
Hold on, we all gonna get to that.
Listen now.
But you don't have to have feelings to fuck somebody.
You got to
Keep it
have
moving.
some kind of feeling.
No, you don't.
You sure?
I'm positive.
So if I want to have sex with somebody, I just naturally just go and have sex
What do you
with.
think a
I just
one-night
naturally go and
stand
fuck the fuck Tom, Dick, and
What
Harry.
do you think a one night stand is?
It's a feeling. I was sexually attracted to you. That's a feeling.
Or I just want to get laid.
That's a feeling. I
I
got
want to
that.
get my rocks off.
Okay, but you gotta have a
That's-
feeling to get them off, though, right?
Emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating because
Okay.
emotionally you become attached to a person.
Okay.
You become attracted to a person. You look forward to the good mornings. How you doing? How was your day? Or all that shit you ain't getting at home. You look forward to that shit if somebody else is mentally fucking you.
Okay.
Period.
Oh, wow.
Point blank, bottom line.
Okay.
It's definitely worse than physical cheating.
Okay.
Because an emotional relationship with somebody can go on for years, and you ain't never gotta fuck them. But let something happen and a door comes open, you
Right.
gone.
Right.
Because you already have that connection with that person.
That makes sense. I agree with you with the emotional cheating, but I just also wanted to let you know you gotta have some kind of damn emotion to have sex with them.
You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it.
You do got to have a feeling. Okay.
Your tingles.
So what we're gonna do is, all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a promotional break from Sideways ATL, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere because we just got this show started. This is Sideways ATL by Prince Michael. Follow me to enhance your taste buds. We offer the following cuisines at Sideways ATL: famous banana pudding, peach cobbler, caramel cake, candy yams, homemade mashed potatoes, greens, barbecue smoked sausages, lasagna, spaghetti, and Prince Alfredo. Follow me to enhance those taste buds, as I'm doing free deliveries today.
Hey,
Yes.
are you Chris Michael Sideways ATL?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
I'm fine. I wish I could get some apples.
No way. You want to try some?
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
All right. You know what? It's on the house.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You just been sideways.
Thanks.
Have a great day. To place an order, inbox my social platforms on Facebook or Instagram at Sideways ATL. You've just been sideways.
Jazzy, classy, sexy flash. Jazzy, classy, sexy flash. Addicted to the way I slay. And though I'm bougie, babe, you love my privacy. Bring to mind music. Say it live, ATL. Say it live, uncut. Say it live, ATL. Say it live, uncut. Who else can bring the drama? Who else can bring the trauma? Say it loud with Prince Michael.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining, I am having a intimate conversation with my gay bub, Dell, woman to woman, man to man. So it wouldn't be fair for me to put Dell in the hot seat with all of the questions. So I'm gonna have you do what? What you gonna do to me?
It's time to put Prince Michael in the hot seat.
Oh Lord.
guys. Let's get it.
Okay, but you know I don't mind dishing what if I dish it out, I can take it in. So let's see what you got.
My first question, and I've been curious about this for a long time. Why do gay men have to have hookup spots to fuck?
Okay. I think men are I truly think that men are very spontaneous. I don't think it's just heterosexual men. I think it's not just gay men. I think it's heterosexual men. But I think it's more of a fetish. you know, men, we just talked about how men always like to fuck and things of that in the third. Unfortunately, we have places throughout the United States where it's understood that you can go to this particular place. It could be outside, inside, and things like that, where you can literally go and get things done that you want to have done. Now, I don't understand why they go to the places per se. I don't indulge in those activities, so I can't truly put myself in that spot to say, you know, this is why they do it. The only reason I truly feel that they do it is because they're spontaneous and they truly identify that they have a fetish of thinking about being caught. You know, again, goes back to that fetish. So they like to go and meet people. But I also think it's a convenience.
Okay.
I think it's a convenience as well. You don't need no commitment with that. You don't need to do anything. You know, I'm horny, so I want to get up and go get my dick sucked, or I want to get my dick sucked under a stall, or I want to fuck somebody in a park. You know, my thing is that's how they probably feel, and to me, it's maybe a convenience for them. You know, they want to go out. It's versus like, you know, hookup spots and hooking up when you just met somebody. We just talked about one night stands, right? They just choose to have them in very spontaneous places.
I guess.
What you mean? You guess? What you mean?
I guess because is it not dangerous?
I mean, it's just okay. Is it dangerous?
Yeah. What if you
To be
could
caught
get
and
set
get
up?
in jail?
What if you could be getting set up?
Well, it's not a setup when you automatically identify. It's already known. If I go to the restroom right here and I know if there's a hookup spot in there for the men,
Okay.
I know that, and it's not a setup.
Oh.
But it could be a setup. They could possibly be doing a sting, and then I walk in there and I pull my dick out, and then 18 police come out.
Right.
So I think, listen, I think it's more of a convenience, and I also think it's a fetish
Okay.
as well. But go back to the one night stands. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm going to be honest, since we're doing this uncut, I would rather, honestly, if I was into that, I would rather go out, somewhere out, and get it done versus having them come in my whole domain, in my privacy of my own home,
Okay.
and get it done. Because once you come in my home, now you know where I live, you know where I live, you know how I live, you know my lifestyle. So shit, I could be coming in here and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna give me some head tonight. Woo! Woo! And as soon as I pull them goddamn pants down, there's a gun. So I'm like, give me your goddamn shit, motherfucker. You have all this shit in here. You can have it all in here. You know what I'm saying? Take all this shit. You want the Christmas tree? Have it. Take that motherfucker, the ornaments, the hat. Take it off.
Take it off.
Take all that shit. Take it off. But you know, I would rather, honestly, if I was into that, I would rather go out
Right. Absolutely.
than to
I
do it
understand
in the privacy of my home.
I definitely understand it.
Okay.
Okay.
question.
Thank you.
Lord, I need some of that pie now.
Go ahead.
I don't drink, y'all, but this shit is. Woo.
Get you a sweet.
Oh, it's good.
Oh yeah.
Lord, I just took a drink on national TV. Woo. Lord,
All right.
I need.
You
woo.
together?
I'm trying to get loosened up for you. You
together?
know, trying to loosen up.
Okay.
All right, what you
You
got?
ready?
Ooh, Lord.
Why do gay men feel the need to put on a facade to impress other gay men? Why not just be yourself?
Well, it's a two-part question. It's a two-part answer for me. I truly think that a lot of people are being authentically themselves. And what I mean by that is, you know, we stereotype people so much in this industry. Not industry.
Right.
In this lifestyle, a lot of gay men put on a facade of having really nice things, having really nice jobs. You know, I do your makeup, you Queen Latifah, and now all of a sudden I'm a celebrity hairstylist and makeup artist, and I'm a publicist, and I'm a publicist for Bill Clinton and shit like that. When actually at the end of the day, once I do my due diligence, you at the bottom of the barrel. And that sounds kind of mean, but at the end of the day, I think they want to feel financially accepted and also mentally accepted. A lot of guys work out nowadays, you know, versus 20 years ago, you know, things like that. You try to see it differently now, but they definitely put on a facade to gain acceptance from others. Everybody wants to be up here. Every gay man wants to be up here, like literally up here. They want to be like all up there. But unfortunately, they're not there.
Right.
So, you know, they do it to impress people, just like heterosexual men do. heterosexual men, if you're watching in, have you not told a lie to a girl to impress them? Yes, all of you all have, including to me too. You know, I'm just being straight up. Have I ever lied to impress someone? Yes, I have. But I have not lied about having things that I don't have or having a job that I truly don't have. You know, it's I don't know why. I just think I truly think it is a self-esteem issue. And I also think it's an accountability issue because yet again, here I am not being honest with myself. And if I'm honest with myself, I'm gonna tell you guys something. These damn gay men out here, they tell so many goddamn lies, they believe it they goddamn self. So, you know, it's kind of hard when they present it to you that you believe them. I mean, real talk, they great as far as manipulating your mind and everything like that. So I truly feel like it's a self-esteem issue, but I also think mainly it's a self-esteem issue because if I lie to you, that means I'm truthfully not being honest with myself. So stop, be honest to yourself, you guys. Because guess what? If you come across Prince Michael's path, oh, I'm going to find the goddamn truth. You going to send me your resume? I'm going to look at that motherfucker like, oh, you just said you was doing plays for Tyler Perry. Your ass working at Burger King, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But just because you see a man of a professional caliber and you see that he has stuff going on, sometimes people feel like they need to be equal to that. Mind you, I have no issues with anyone who works at Burger King because after tonight, I'm going to give me a goddamn Whopper. So don't be inboxing me talking about what's wrong with people at Burger King and shit like that. You know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I have nothing against people who work. The only issue I have is the lie. You don't have to lie. All right, that was good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Not too bad, not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
All right, what you got?
If you are a top, does that mean you cannot be a bottom? Explain the difference.
All right, so first and foremost, for everybody who's currently watching, as I get in my serious mode right now, I know, and I don't use fillers, so I'm starting to get nervous.
Don't do that.
I'm not. So the top. People don't know the difference between tops and bottoms. You know, heterosexuals definitely misconstrue, calling it the lady and the man. I'm going to definitely enlighten you and make it very remedial to you what those two items are. The first thing you have is the top. You know what a top is, but they do not. So let me explain, darling. A top is a guy who likes to give out penetration, who likes to stick his dick in somebody's ass, in the male's ass to be particular. And mainly, that's the main thing of the top, but you also have a top who also likes to only receive head from a person, fellatio, to be a little bit more professional. You know, to receive head from a guy as well. He don't like you touching his ass. Look out, ladies. You know, he don't like you touching his ass or anything like that. And the bottom is the person who receives the penetration. They like dick in their ass. They most likely will suck your dick and things like that. Can a top be a bottom? Absolutely. Then if you like both, then you become versatile. Whereas you like being the receiver and the giver, and you have people who make exceptions to the rule. So they say, "Oh, I'm a versatile top," or "Oh, I'm a versatile bottom." I'll bottom, but you know, my main preference is bottom. But if I want to fuck you, you know, maybe I will. Or same as vice versa. If I'm a top and I'm like, this motherfucker fine, I'm gonna let him fuck the shit out of me. It's an exception to the rule. Right. So, you know, and they definitely can be both. Okay. Or you have people who are predominantly tops and who are predominantly bottoms. I don't believe in people who are just within, like if you're a top and you're 100% top, I don't believe in that. Because if I truly feel, if you are 100% bottom, if I love you and I care for you, preference, now we hooking up one night stand, I'm a top all day long, that's what I'm gonna be. You ain't touching you probably could touch it, but you can't fuck it and shit like that. Right. And bottom vice versa. But if I truly love you, I'm just not it's gonna get boring, me fucking you all the time, or you're gonna wanna go out and get some more things. So you gotta continue to satisfy that sexual appetite in the bedroom. I hope I explained that perfectly.
Absolutely.
Did you have any questions?
Absolutely not.
All right, you guys, we about to have a phone call session in a minute. I know you got some questions going on. Let's keep it rolling.
All right.
All right, what you got?
I have been wanting to know the answer to this question as well.
Oh, Lord.
What does trade mean?
So trade originated in the early 80s, I think. I don't think there's any trade out here today, unless they're dirty trade. I'll get to that in a moment. Trade is someone who is not identifiable as being gay or having any kind of relations with a man. So you can, let me see, who would be great trade? 50 Cent. That's the way trade will look. Dirty looking. That when I say dirty, look like rough looking. Dirty is the wrong word, but they like dirty trade as well. I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But somebody who's very manly. I ain't gonna say muscular, but somebody who really acts like a typical heterosexual man. Deep voice, tattoos all over his body. You know, no money. 50 Cent has money, unfortunately. You know, no money. You know, really likes dealing with girls, but have just a little ounce. I don't think it's a little ounce. Because when they get those urges, you will be surprised what they'd be willing to do in those urges. I've had quite a few trade in my life, in my younger life.
Okay, I asked that question because I heard someone say that trade is a man that would trade your life for his any day. If it came down to it and he didn't want it to come out, he would kill you.
Okay, I agree with that. When you're dealing with those caliber of men,
Okay.
I had quite a couple of friends who got killed because they were exposing the men. I don't believe in exposing people. I think what you do in the privacy of your bedroom, no matter who you're having sex with, gay, straight, or whomever, you should definitely keep that in the privacy of your own home. But as gays, they are very malicious and they are emotionally driven and they're upset and they're hurt. And they do that to try to reciprocate how they feel and make the other person feel that way. Also, trade likes to do sexual favors for cash. You see that come across a lot as well. You know, what it does is they just simply satisfy, you know what, I'm sleeping with this man today. And in order for me to sleep with you, I got to have something to make myself feel better about it. So give me $100 or $20 or $5.
Not five.
We can sleep together. And I feel comfortable about it because not only did, you know, I satisfy my sexual hunger, but I also got paid for it.
Right.
Trade, I don't think exists more today in our society. There's probably some out there. I recommend definitely not dealing with that kind of person. If a person likes you, they should like you. And then they want to remain to be private, they can be private. But I don't think it's fair because most likely they have a whole nother life. What I mean by that is they got girlfriends. And I'm going to tell you, most gay men are so attracted to that. And I think it goes back to the masculinity part. Especially today, nowadays, you have so many men out here. Most men look for men who are extremely masculine. You know, I'm an intelligent masculine man. I'm very animated, as people will call me. But at the end of the day, professionally, if you see me out on the street, I'm a professional black, gay man. They don't like that. They like somebody who gonna, you know, sag their pants and, you know, probably don't have no car. But I think that's leverage too. I think that's leverage because now I got a one up on you. So, you know, you got to, I could talk forever about that. But mainly that's what trade is.
All right. What's boy pussy? What in the fuck is boy pussy? What is it?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so boy pussy is what they like to describe their ass with. That's what. First of all, before I continue to answer this, let me say something because listen, I don't agree with the boy pussy term because I'm gonna tell you, any gay man, if you ever had sex with a woman, myself, I'm gonna tell you guys, I truly enjoyed having sex with women when I was having sex with them. Their pussy do not feel like an ass, not even close to it. But you know, again, it goes back to why would you call your ass a pussy? An ass is an ass, but they call it bussy, badoosie, boy pussy, or whatever. Because a real man, if a real man has had sex with a woman, there is no way in earthly hell they will compare a pussy to an ass. It's a completely different feeling. Like, listen, I'm trying to calm down over here. Because I'm having some goddamn flashbacks. Because I'm going to tell you, having sex with the pussy was made for the dick. It does things that asses cannot do.
You're so right.
I'm just being honest, but that's pretty much
Absolutely.
what it is. And I'm going to tell you, if a real gay man has ever had sex with a woman one time, woo!
Can't say it.
Oh, baby, not even close. Not even close. But that's what it is now. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Woo! I had a
Thank you
flashback.
for the
Lord.
clarification. You okay?
Oh, I'm trying to be all right. I mean, give me something to drink.
You having
child.
all
Lord
the seasons
Jesus.
over there?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me take. Woo. Okay, I think we got one more time for one more question before we
Okay.
let the phone lines ring through.
Okay.
What we got?
On a more personal note, Prince Michael,
Okay.
what do you enjoy most when it comes to pleasure?
What kind of pleasure?
Physical pleasure.
You gotta be more specific.
Having sex with guys.
Okay.
You're into like what
What
do
do
you
I-
prefer? Like,
Are you
what is
asking me
your-
what my sexual preference is?
No, I know your sexual preference is a man. I'm
You wanna
talking
know what I do
about
in that privacy of my
what is
bedroom?
the favorite thing that you like?
Oh, when it comes, I can answer that. That's simple.
Right.
The main thing that I truly enjoy with a man is stimulating my mind.
Okay.
You know, when I was younger, I was really whorish. But when you have sex 100,000 times, at the end of the day, it's honestly just sex. If I could be frank, I feel like if I'm not having sex with somebody that I truly like, I feel so like trash afterwards.
Okay.
Even though if I'm like, I need to get it. And then after I get it, I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, what we doing? Can you go home?
Right.
Kind of thing. So, I think that the most imperative thing that I like about intimacy with a guy is being able to stimulate my mind, because they've been stimulating my dick so long, I don't understand, and they never stimulated my mind, so we switching spots.
Okay.
Stimulate my mind and we'll go a long
I
time.
can totally agree with that.
Oh, that's nice. Stimulate my mind, we'll go a long time.
We'll go a long time.
Okay, so now I know you all have a lot of questions for me, of course. Let's go ahead and call in and I will answer the questions that you may have. Do you have another question while we wait for a call to come
I
through?
do.
All right, what we
And
got?
I'm doing this question for all of my heterosexual female friends.
Okay.
Why do you feel that DL men have to hide themselves?
Again, I think it's because, that's a great question. I think it's because of them being truthful to themselves. Let's be honest here. Gay people have came a long way, but I still don't think we're where we need to be. Because when you see people on TV, they just think every gay man does, woo, hey girl, yeah, woo, bitch, I need a makeup. That's not what we're about. Honestly, in my life, I feel like I don't want to be gay. I was so happy when gay was a secret. When I was coming out, it was more of a secret thing. It was invisible. You know, what we did at Incognito back in Memphis. Oh, we have a call. Okay. I finished that question. Thank you for calling SayItLive ATL. Who's speaking? Hey, Jackie. All right, what is your question for us?
My question is, why do most gay guys feel the need to change their voice?
All right, thank you for your question. I will answer that. Okay, so if you all haven't heard her question, Jackie says, why do gay men change their voice? I'm going to think and mean that you mean, when they be talking like this and stuttering and this. I think it is that they want to be ladies. Most guys that do that are really feminine guys. Even though I can look at you and like, oh my God, you're a fine ass man. You're not gonna tell me you ain't have no bass in your voice. Now I'm gonna tell you, I have somebody in my life, and they naturally have a lighter voice, but I'm gonna tell you, he sounds just like a damn man when I'm talking to him. I think it's, again, going back to the facade.
Yes.
I think they want to be something that they're not. So what they try to do is, Jackie, they try to imitate their voice. I mean, you know, they're like, hey girls, yeah, woo, yes. And another thing I don't like that gay men do is yes, so they hold their words a long time. And I don't know why they do that, because a very intelligent individual, as I'm speaking to you right now, has great articulation, knows how to speak directly, and know how to pronounce their words. So mainly, Jackie, I think it's because they just not happy with themselves, and they probably want to be a different gender. I could be wrong. You know, my voice changed periodically as well, but it definitely don't go all the way flat, okay? All right. But I'm very happy with who I am. Okay, so we looking for other callers. We got a couple of more minutes before we end. But to go back to the DL men that we were just talking about, is that I feel like they're not accepted. We are not accepted, especially, I think you all, I hate to say you all, we, meaning you and the ladies, are more acceptable than we are as men. And I think it's because they really pictures us in the bedroom. It's easy to see two beautiful women to go in a bedroom and go at it. Is very easy on the eyes, but when them dicks get involved, they don't like looking at them. It's a problem. So I think it's an eyesore, but I also think it's another eyesore because gay men are hard to be trusted by men, period. The DL men, I don't think they DL. If you DL, there is no way I should know about you at all.
Right.
Unless our paths cross. They use these damn apps and shit talking about I'm DL. Your ass ain't no damn DL. Because you met me, you done met 18 more other people. This is Atlanta. Like, you ain't DL. DL men don't get on gay apps and shit like that.
Absolutely.
The real DL men tend to not want people to know what they got going on. They cling to you.
They present as heterosexual.
They present as heterosexual. They are heterosexual men for sure. They just don't want to know what else to find out.
But that's not heterosexual men.
It's not. They stick their dicks in people's mouths
That
and
means
asses
they're
and vice versa.
right?
Bisexual and
Oh,
yeah, is they still messing with the ladies. All right, we have time for one more caller. So let's see if we can get one more call in
more
tonight.
call,
This was
guys.
excellent. Did you have another question?
I do not.
You do not?
I'll ask out.
Okay. As we wait for the last caller to chime in, hopefully you get one more caller. First, I want to thank you so much for tuning in on Say It Live Uncut. If you haven't done so already, please follow me on my social platforms at Facebook, Instagram, and Say It Live ATL, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Say It Live ATL. I don't think we're going to get another call, so I definitely want to thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was so nice to have this conversation with you, especially with someone I'm really comfortable with. All right, you guys, tune in next Wednesday as we will go back to Say It Live ATL, or we may go back to Say It Live Uncut. Who knows? I am your host, Prince Michael. Good night.
Bring my music. Say it live, ATL. Say it live, uncut. Say it live, ATL. Say it live, uncut. Who else can bring the drama?